the new WBC Asia Lightweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Gerald Into.
Matapos ang sunod-sunod na panalo sa Pilipinas ng undefeated Pinoy prospect ng Gensang Cotabato del Sur na si Gerald Into, ay nabigyan nga po ito ng napakagandang oportunidad na lumahok sa tournament na WBC Grand Prix na ginanap sa bansa ng Saudi Arabia. Dito nga po ay makakatapat ng Pinoy ang American boxer na si Muhammad Jones, isang undefeated na may malademonyong kamao. Isang maling galaw ay siguradong katapusan mo. Ang labanang ito ay sa pagitan nga po ng dalawang undefeated. Kaya asahan nyo na ang mga tikabong bakbakan. Kaya let's go, panoorin natin.
Coming into this fight off a second round TKO win, coach on March 1st of this year. Into coming off a pretty good win himself, an 8th round TKO win. A recognizable name in Mark John Yap.
See who commits first here. Just edging back there, just trying to make into just to come in with that left hand.
Trying to counter the body with that right hand. Nice hook over the top there. Oh, big left hand there from Into.
Tell on that punch, was it? Right on the line.
He didn't even need the jab to connect. He just needed to blind Jones in that split second.
Yeah, and he's been doing some different things with that lead hand already. He's hooked off the jab a little bit, parrying the jab of Ahmad Jones. He had Jones worried about that a little bit more, and then brought the left hand down the middle.
Feinting well too.
That's what Jones should be doing actually, with a guy who's looking to unload that left hand. So he's not really tense, but he's cocked, ready for it. You always got to threaten him to throw it, and that's it. That's feinting with the feet. Even an obvious feint.
Jones switched southpaw accidentally. After not connected fully with the right hand.
There for a little while, but he ran into a big left hand there from Into.
Next step there from Jones. And Into sort of saw it as well.
Two left hands that Into has really put some oomph behind, make it three. They have all connected flush.
You're right, it's from the three. Yeah, they've been brilliant shots.
Final 10 seconds of a round in which Into, I think, had a perfect connect percentage with that left hand. An excellent start for Gerald Into in the Philippines. And luck draw for certain fighters. For Ahmad Jones, you know, Bear, I know that some fighters like fighting southpaws, but I think by and large, you're not the happiest when you get a long, rangy, power-punching southpaw in the opening round.
Who are these weird people who like fighting southpaw? I mean, in my day, there wasn't loads of them, so we hated it. I mean, no one talked to them.
There's someone who's into everything, Barry.
You wouldn't talk to a southpaw. I'm a boxer. God, nice to meet you, mate. Yeah, I am a southpaw. I'll say, see you later.
So how was it trying to find sparring back?
Yeah, difficult. I mean, sparring, no, because people go to different people's gym in the UK, I can only speak for. I mean, they're more sociable than they used to be, I think. I never lost those southpaw, actually.
Left hand connected there from Into. As Jones tries to fire back with a right hand. Jones only had 35 amateur fights. He started boxing at the age of 13. Things moving slowly overall for Jones. He works as a private security officer outside of boxing. You don't want to run into Ahmad Jones. Whoever he's providing security for, just leave him alone.
I'm not stealing out of his store.
Nope.
Like a little mark, maybe a swelling under the right eye there from Jones.
Other left hand right on the money there for Into.
He's trying to time it, Jones. He's trying to do the right thing. It's just, you know, just the way you get Into's just really sharp with that left hand, so he's waiting for him to take that step. Again, and it's all about, you haven't got to get your foot on the outside to be successful. You haven't got to do it to be successful, but it helps you. It
puts you in a better position. Right.
Could you square him up for the right hand?
Right. And it's harder for you to get countered if you're on the outside.
Theoretically, it takes their left hand away out of play. Not always, but especially not always against a taller guy, because he's not joking. But either way, you've got to dip to your left, so you've got to come to the blind side of his front hand for sure. Dip it to the right, because you're in trouble.
And Jones is not actually trying to do that. He's going from the inside, trying to land his punches.
Thought about that right hand.
I think in his mind, he's going for the shorter distance to the target.
And it sort of makes sense, but I mean, when they're tall and they're in a different stance, it's got to play it back to front.
Snappy jab there from Into, and that'll do it for him.
Let's think about the
You were
scorecard.
reconsidering taking something to you twice, 1 round apiece, according to the third judge.
Maybe that third judge saw some good work. You know, it's not like Jones is not showing effort.
Just a tall southpaw as well. When you're certainly a tall one with a really snappy left hand.
Go back to the discussion of judges' preferences. Sometimes, patience can be. Someone can interpret it a completely different way. In the same way, for someone like Ahmad Jones, who in the last round was conveying a lot more effort, it might speak to a judge in a different way and suggest that he was the one pushing the pace.
It can, but then you've got fighters like Barajas who will show you patience when you have the more flush, clear shots. Then I think the judge will have an understanding.
But also, I know when a guy loses 5 rounds easy and then does better in the 6th, and they give him the round, but he just does better, but he doesn't have to win.
Quick counter shot there from Into his corner, like that one.
It's hard for Jones because he's already been stunned with that left hand. He knows you got to come forward, but he also knows that I can't be silly. So he's just can't commit to it.
Here, Jones's corner asking him to double up on the jab. He does so immediately and then goes downstairs. There's a nice right hand there from Jones.
And he's been trying to do that pull counter all night. It's just that Intu's not always committing so far. That time he committed, and he got caught with that right hand coming in.
Now this is where Jones should think.
Yeah.
Now there's just a slight little awareness of what he can do. So Intu's going to be a little bit more cautious.
I thought he should have capitalized off of that shot. I thought it rocked Intu a little bit.
Isn't it weird? You land with a good shot, you're full of confidence, and then things work for you that weren't working for you before.
Just reply there from Into, left hand down the middle. Right hand of Ahmad Jones.
So you don't know it's going to work off the feint, but just do it. Just make him think.
Ahmad Jones will be happy. Heard the corner clarification. Exactly. Confidence boost him around there.
Not as flush as he'd like, but just try and put a bit more hurt back on Jones.
Good right hand to the body there from Jones. Right hand of Jones that got there first.
You see where Intu's parrying that? And they're parrying. think heads clashed there.
After a long deliberation, we will get back to action. And both fighters given the opportunity to not continue. They have both opted to continue, and we're back to action.
Tell you what, that's going to be worse for Jones as well, though. Unless there's a real swelling on the forehead of Into, that's going to be a lot worse for Jones with that right over that eye. And you feel it pumping as well, so really it disturbs your concentration.
Nice left hand there from Into. That one back Jones up momentarily.
It's that double jab they were asking for Jones.
See how powerful the feints are? Feints get you in there sometimes.
Stepping left hook there from Jones. The intensity is picked up after that break. Maybe a little recharge the batteries, but maybe a little bit of urgency, not knowing the impact these gashes are going to be. Blood coming from the nose of Jones now as well. Final 10 seconds of the round. Added intrigue here in this fight. Driver with the updated scores. Into up on two of them, dead even on the third. 9:37 on those two cards, and Into is up on. Nice left hand there from Into. Backing Jones up. Jones trying to gather his feet here, trying to fire back.
And that's what happens when you pull back and then you rest and you think your opponent's not coming back. Take your eyes off the prize for a second. Get pounced on.
And also going back in straight lines, I mean, any more than 2 steps, and then you put yourself in trouble. So you've got to go 2 steps, and then pivot to the left, pivot to the right.
The math here once again. 39-37 for Into, and then 38-38. That would mean that Jones could theoretically win this fight by winning the final 2 rounds and doing so particularly conclusively to take advantage of the WBC enhanced scoring system. So if it were a draw at the end of the fight, if he could win these rounds big, he could still win.
Yeah, that's a fact. But he would definitely have to win these 2 rounds and win it big.
He's losing this round in a minute.
In that case, he might want to think about a knockout.
Unless he's a knockout.
Of course.
Remember when I said that guy hasn't showed us any power?
I got used to you being wrong.
Yeah, mate.
Jones, a part of a thriving boxing scene in the DMV in Baltimore, Maryland. Of course, Tank Davis, all the talent that's come out of the Headbanger gym, of course, just up the road.
Lamont Peterson.
Showing left hand there from Into.
Fair to Jones. He's trying to force the pace here, isn't he? It's not working out for him, unfortunately, but he's trying to push it too fast. He's boxing like a man who is in control, though, isn't he? Because he knows he's up. Just, I'll wait for you to make a mistake.
Sharp left hand again. And if indeed, we're just going to start from a neutral corner. We are back to action for the final round.
She's not concentrating. She told the time.
No, but she can
She's
probably.
the cut expert.
She can suggest.
She can make suggestions, but this is the last round.
Yeah.
Just coming out with a little bit of urgency here. And knowing that this fight is in jeopardy in a variety of ways, either on the scorecards or he starts taking some shots here. His corner's talking about
tries too hard, he's just reckless and walks onto a shot. And if he tries to stay calm, then he doesn't do enough. I mean, the balance that you've got to get right. And it's easy for people to just rush him, but that's not the right move. He's almost inviting him to come forward, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think Jones has learned what he'll walk into should he do that. And that's a good point that you made a moment ago there, Barry. You know, often when you're watching a fight like this particular situation, yeah, your instincts as a viewer would just be to say, oh, go ahead, just go rush him. You know, to who will that benefit?
Yeah,
the viewer? Because it certainly won't necessarily, it will not benefit him to do that. We've learned that.
And some, yeah, and some styles, it does bode well for
Sure.
But Jones, you can see, he's a boxer, and he's a good boxer. Given an opportunity with the right style, I think, you know, we probably see the best of him. But into just a little bit better, understands that distance a lot more, and has that really snappy right left hand to keep you tentative.
But whose round is this? Because Into's not throwing too many shots this round.
He doesn't need to win it, does he?
Assuming he won the previous round, but yeah, then we would head to the enhanced scoring system. But Into seems pretty confident about this. Into is a pretty seasoned pro, even at 11-0. We talked about some of the wins he has on his ledger. He's promoted by Sandman Boxing, which historically has had a terrific eye for Filipino talent. Cuffing right hook there, that will be declared split justifiably.
I believe that was not
I was definitely going to call it like that.
in the eyes of Barry.
But you know what? I've said before, coasting's a dangerous thing as well.
He only tried to counter 2 times in 3 minutes.
Gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Nawaf El-Mohamed scores it 59-55, and both judges Eugene Bukuchi and Daniel Vandeville score it the same, 58-56, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Gerald Into.
So Gerald Into, the #1 seed, advances to the next round. You heard the scores, 59-55 and 58-56 twice.